Who wants to come me to kick some alien butt? In September, join me. We out.
And that's what fitness will be like in the metaverse.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another, you guessed it, Unorthodox reaction. This time, actually, first of all, I have to say welcome back to second episode of us recording like this. This might become something you guys have to get used to. Sorry. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. If you love it, we're here for you. Anyways, what are we reacting to today?
Today we are reacting to an
Why you
internet
gotta make
historian.
faces? Why you gotta make faces?
Just admiring your intro, I guess. You know.
Thank you. Special.
Today we're reacting to an internet historian video, and it is from his original channel this time. Thank you, comments people. I think someone in the comments reminded us that he actually has a main channel, and it's not just the Incognito one. I completely forgot.
They kept
So we're
getting
gonna be
at
reacting
us.
to the zone between Area 50 and 52.
What zone is that by any chance?
That's
I
the
don't know.
zone that must remain unnamed. But without further ado, let's get right into it. What are you doing?
I'm counting how many zones there are.
Aliens. They exist. And what's more, they're here and they've been walking among us for millions of years. Just look up at the night sky. Each one of those lights is probably an alien. Shoot at them, and the police show up. Coincidence?
I think not.
Break into the CIA, just looking for clues. They put you on a no-fly list. Coincidence?
I think
There
not.
are no coincidences, only truth bombs, and the government is holding the fuse, locked up tight in Area
50.
51. And so our story begins with one man.
Joe Rogan.
Experience. On June 21st of the solar year 2019, Joe spoke to a
Bob
whistleblower.
Lazar.
Bob Lazar. Now, Bob claims to have worked at the Area 51. And so, Joe summoned him to his sensory deprivation satellite, where he could ask him probing questions about that government facility.
Machine that was able to read the size of your dicks.
Yeah. Okay.
What?
View for yourself this incredible testimony.
I don't think he actually said
I
that.
love how
You
a must-die question. It's like, we must know, is there a machine that can read the size of
That was like his first question.
His
It was
first
like,
question was
I
like,
must know.
I know you
Alright,
worked
this
in Area
is
51,
vital
but I have to know
information.
this. Literally, like, I have to know this. That's hilarious.
used to work at Area 51. When did things get weird?
Well, the way this went down was I only got hands-on with one of them, and I was fucking an alien. It produced a little
Okay.
discharge.
I
This
was
is
like,
It was
hey,
exciting.
hold on.
We
Wait
turn
a
the
minute.
lights on, and all these guys are there. So
What in the fuck is this?
we have, actual hardware from another civilization. It's a big.
The editing on this is incredible.
What is this?
Live in a house? That's bullshit. I like just swinging around on trees.
Absolutely.
We are the sex organs of the machine world. But for people who don't know, let's give them the bullet points. How
Right.
tall are you?
I'm 5'10".
You don't seem to have any muscle. Almost like a frame. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Well, the disc, the flying saucer that I worked on. I saw it sitting there, and I thought, oh my god.
Hey, Bob, it's probably a good idea if you shut up. I worked
Before
underground
you
with the
get
aliens. They shot my
kidnapped.
hand off.
That's
They're underground. There's bases. They're shooting lasers through the Earth's crust, and they move them at light speed.
You big fucking
What? I'm not even doing anything.
drop dead
Hey, why
Yo,
don't you come on out to the
these
Nevada
cuts are
desert?
crazy.
deal.
The fuck out.
Quality.
All right, that's it, folks. Good night.
These cuts are crazy.
These revelations were sent out all over the globe using beams. It
Beans.
started an incredible awakening, inseminating the people's brains with knowledge,
killed JFK.
flooring them with the revelation of it all.
An orangutan with a spear.
And soon they were bursting with righteous
Oh,
curiosity.
Martian Manhunter.
Bigfoot is a human-animal hybrid.
All right, here's the Google searches for Area 51. That big spike there, that's when Joe Rogan put out his podcast. You get that? And you see, it reached the right man at just the right time. A 21-year-old named Matthew Roberts.
Where's
He had
that?
heard about
Wait,
aliens in
yeah,
Area
I was about to
51
say.
before, and he believed. He wanted to see them. Real bad.
Oh, I just realized. I think this is.
What?
I don't know if you remembered, but the time when the internet went crazy about trying to enter Area 51
When
and
they were gonna like storm.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
think this is what because his main channel, he makes videos about because this is how he started with Internet Historian. He kind of tells stories of how internet trends or like big things on the internet started,
Yeah.
and he kind of just takes you through the lifespan of it. So
Oh,
I
okay.
think this is what this video is about. I thought he was just gonna talk about Area 51 in general, but no,
Yeah.
I think he's talking about how the whole
Thing
Area
started.
Let's Storm Area 51 thing started. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, fair
So,
play.
yeah.
But what could he do? How could he possibly get into Area 51 to check him out?
Think.
Scenario 1. If I ran into Area 51, I would
Naruto
be
run.
shot and killed. Scenario 2. If me and all of my friends ran in, we'd both be killed.
We'd both be killed.
Scenario 3. If there were so many of us, thousands, so much fodder that they eventually ran out of bullets, then someone surely is going to get through and touch the government in its
It's
special
America,
area.
bro. They ain't
My
running out,
God.
but
There's nowhere to
Within
run.
minutes, He was drafting
nowhere
a
to run.
Facebook post. They can't stop all of
I'm willing
us.
to die for the government. Let's do this.
On September 20th, 2019, we'll all meet up at the Area 51 Alien Central tourist attraction and coordinate our entry. If we Naruto run, we can move faster than their bullets. Let's see them aliens. This event then goes into the ether. And from here, it was up to the Facebook algorithm gods to decide what would happen next.
There's a lot here to be excited about. I think this could be very positive for our society and economy.
People from all across the flat world were receiving the invite, and they began pressing
From the flat world.
the
That's just
attending
close.
button.
RSVP. That was hilarious. Imagine planning a raid with an RSVP on the internet.
What are they figuring?
Okay.
Within just a couple of days, the event had picked up hundreds of thousands of attendees. People loved the idea so much, they began making memes about how they were going to raid the base. So many I can barely show you a fraction of them, rapid firing them out like the bullets that would soon be gunning them down. And so the event spread, and spread around the internet, eventually morphing into
Everyone who is something is going to raid Area 51.
young people from all over the globe
What?
are signing up
Practicing
to
their
fight for the
Naruto run.
Nigel, a runner.
Null pointer, runner.
Stevens, agent.
Simon, a runner.
Freeman, 713. I am a sentinel.
It's the effort that counts.
I love the
We have
fact that people put in so much effort for this.
Literally.
We need soldiers. We need you all.
I want to
And
know if
just
they
like
actually
that,
went through with
The
it.
game was on.
No, I think some people actually, like quite a fair amount of people actually showed up,
Yeah.
but I
they
don't
didn't raid
think they
the place.
actually stormed the place.
Yeah.
Because that would have been big news. Because obviously someone would have got shot.
Yeah. Someone's dying.
So
innit?
I think there was actually reasonable enough to stop at just being outside of the
Yeah.
premises. Like they went outside like the the premises of the area, but it didn't
Yeah.
actually cross the boundaries.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
At time.
At time.
Here's the new campaign. You're gonna love
Lord, man.
No, man.
Oh, Nord, to be.
That is the question.
Dreams take over.
I live. I laugh. I Nord. Nord on every device like a blank canvas. I can be here and anywhere.
Jan, a man of fortune.
Will you break these chains?
But wherever I go, there you are.
NordVPN.com.
Wait, what's his name again?
Internet historian.
Who?
The guy.
VPN.com.
But wherever I go,
Him.
Brad.
there you are.
That's it.
NordVPN.com/internet historian.
No, thanks. Look, I just...
Yeah. There's just an idea. I know what you want. You want the female audience. And I know women. Hello to you, m'ladies. Have you heard about NordVPN? You should get access to the international Netflix catalog. Never miss another episode of The Handsome Man Show. Oh, don't you hate it when your dishwasher gets region
The amount of effort
No
put into these
more.
ads is crazy.
Safe and
I respect
NordVPN
it so
with
much.
Strong arms.
I remember
But I
days
don't
I
think
used
this
to-
definitely isn't his
Threat
best one, though.
protection.
No,
It
it's not.
protects me from malicious
Nah.
sites and downloads and trackers.
I think
and
for me, the
intrusive
best one
ads.
would have to be
So
the
think
one where he literally done a whole entire anime opening.
I
Because
don't
the
think I've seen
V
that.
in VPN
Nah, I'm pretty sure you
stands
have.
for
It was in one of the
I think we know
Incognito
enough. Fine.
videos.
All right, I'll do the ads
I
you
don't know. I
like.
don't remember. It probably haven't.
Get Nord. You could use some threat
Oh.
protection. Take your online safety more seriously.
Just
Have you
makes
heard about
himself
the
a
reason
menace.
NordVPN.com/internet historian. Tell them who sent you. Ad over.
Ooh.
The news has to get
Yeah,
out there somehow.
Welcome to the mission brief. Let's do a bit of background on
Call
Area
of Duty.
51. Secret military base, first developed in 1955. This is what it looks like on Google Maps. It's approximately this big. Total area size, 51. And the volume, a big
51.
mystery. Until 1997, the government refused to even acknowledge that it existed. That is, until they were forced to by lawsuit. That lawsuit was about the death of two men who were former employees. And how did they die? Well, not aliens, but rather toxic fumes from burning garbage. Yeah, so what they would do is burn a whole bunch of cool, high-tech refuse on the lot, let the deadly smoke blow downwind, and the staff would start breathing it in. A few years later, bing, bing, bong, cancer.
Dead.
Other than that, the public hasn't really been told anything. So all people can do is speculate as to what the hell is going on in there.
I think that they are keeping remnants of a UFO there.
We don't know if it's aliens. We don't know if it's time travel. We don't know if there's minions in there.
Virtual reality that seems so incredibly sexy.
But
What
what
if-
has been leaked is
I
that
don't
they
know.
do
What if it was
test
nothing?
flights on new alien craft.
But yeah, it's just like the new R&D building or something.
Yeah, like, just completely something
New
irrelevant.
tech. Breed the latest version of the newest, gayest frog.
What?
Do not
Newest gayest frog?
Roswell, that's over here. Area 51's over here. And the final thing that we know is that security is top notch. They have that thing locked
Of course,
down.
it's gonna be. It's a government facility.
So, you want to break in anyway. Okay, but it's going to require some research. And the first thing to find out, has anyone ever tried breaking in before? Yes, several times. In fact, in January of 2019,
Well, that's pretty
an
recent.
unnamed man broke through security barriers and
Oh.
drove 8 miles into the base. He got out of his car with a metal cylinder in his hands, and the military opened fire.
What?
He was shot dead at the scene.
No.
It was this time when a film crew from the BBC was arrested for trying to get in.
This is BBC News.
This time when a vacationing family of 4 went off track. You get the idea. They're not messing around.
Yeah, I don't think they're messing around.
But there's one story to
Fucking hell.
top them all. And we'll disguise his identity, but he is my personal hero. The month is November. The location, Las Vegas. And the protagonist, a professional limo
What is
driver.
happening
Now,
there?
he's more than
Like,
a
why is
little
it so
unhinged. He decides to start
serious?
harassing and sending death threats to a lawyer whom we think was going to represent his defense for this incident. If you've ever seen this TikTok,
what?
That's our boy doing donuts and driving backwards
Oh.
down the Las Vegas Strip. Anyway, fast
I
forward
think
3
that's the
weeks.
kid that stole.
It's like 6 in the
someone's
morning, and this
car
guy is already doing donuts at a car park near the airport.
In a lamp, in a what's it
Then he
called?
decides to
limo.
drive from the car park into the airport itself. Offense? No problem. He drives right through it and onto the runway. He's just driving around, whizzing between planes, almost crashing several times before
That's
eventually
dangerous.
parking on a ramp. At this point, he jumps out, puts
It's like
on
a
a clown mask,
7-year-old
and
kid.
storms right up to a private jet. He announces, aggressively, to the flight staff that there is a bomb in his limo. Quote, "I have a fucking bomb. I'm going to blow this place up." His plan? To commandeer this private jet and take it to Area 51.
And what, parachute jump out?
However, as sound as this plan was, the quick response by police meant that it wasn't really working out. So he bails back to his limo, tries to make an escape, until eventually police catch up with him. At that point, he is quickly arrested. They take him in for questioning, and he starts telling them, "That's right, I did it to see the aliens." He also told them to refer to him as the Chosen One.
The Chosen
And,
One.
by the way, I have high security clearance. Also, I'm involved with the mob, and someone owes
Peaky
me millions of dollars. Later on, the bomb defusal crew checks out the limo and determines that it's just a
Fake bomb.
fire extinguisher with a bunch of wires and duct tape and some fairy lights. Now, at some point, he gets out,
That's hilarious.
presumably on bail, and CNN reporters walk up to him and start asking him questions. No statements from me, he says, but you should talk to my lawyer. And then he proceeds to hand them the business card of the lawyer that he's been sending death threats to for the last 3 weeks. Amazing. After all that, the judge ordered him
What?
sent to a mental hospital for assessment.
I think it would have to be.
Or so they say.
Ooh, how convenient.
He was never heard from again.
Okay, so people
Was
have
he?
really died trying to do this. That means we're going to have to be a little more covert. So over at Area 51 HQ, the military can see that Facebook numbers have reached 1 million.
Oh.
It doesn't take a genius to calculate.
Yeah, it
that
was
even
like
if
a
just
big
1%
thing.
of them show up. That's... Wait a minute. Run those numbers.
100,000.
No,
This
1%.
many people. In
Yeah,
a crowd that big,
100,000.
there's bound to be at
That's
least a few
10,000, bro.
who do
10,000.
something stupid. In
I'm
fact,
stupid.
the military took it so serial that they even went over the nuances of Naruto. This is a real slide, by
Really?
the way. And it required a real demonstration.
No way. I
Now,
did not
some
believe that.
undercover operative then took a photo
I don't
of that
believe
brief,
that.
and they uploaded it to Reddit.
They intend to use our tactics against us.
So if the military decides to do this, things could go pretty badly for Matthew. So Matthew goes back to his mind palace.
Think.
Let's not keep saying it's a raid. Instead,
Literally.
let's do a music festival. This would give Matthew an alibi and throw authorities off the scent.
I'm willing to do a music festival. For the government, let's do this.
All right, Reddit, here it is. Alien Stock 2019. The official EDM party, hosted by Matthew Roberts. Set to take place in Rachel, Nevada, a town that just so happens to neighbor Area 51. It has 50 total residents and practically no infrastructure. Perfect. Yeah, nice try, fellas, said the military. And the captains and the
Go back a
generals
bit.
all started planning their own
Which
EDMs
part?
and practically no
Oh,
infrastructure.
no gas station, no convenience
Perfect.
store, no public
Yeah, nice try,
toilets. I'm
fellas,
dead.
said the military. And the captains and the generals all started planning their own EDM party. With the deep state. 3 groups in particular. Introducing Group E, the E local state police. Police have their work cut out for them because, owing to this party, they think there could be upwards of 50,000 people descending upon the
hell,
local
like
town of
zombies.
Rachel.
Oh, that's like
Lincoln
the
County
thing.
commissioners trying to tackle the tough task of preparing for a potential inundation of people, since Sheriff Kerry Lee has less than 30 deputies.
the county declares a state of emergency, and they allocate an extra $250,000 worth of enforcement for the weekend of the raid, as well as an extra 300 police officers and paramedics.
That many people are going to stress the community to the point that we can't cope with it.
This is some of the most exciting stuff that I've ever gotten to work on. And I'm
Hold on, Mark.
They make him look so evil.
Wait,
The defense.
was it quick? They literally said, yeah, they had 50 residents, but 30 police officers for the residents, right? That
Yeah.
means are the 30 officers counted as the residents?
Yeah, the part of the residents.
So there's only 20
I'm
individuals with
guessing. Well, I mean, let's give them the benefit of the doubt and say the police officers don't count as a resident.
Okay, cool.
That's still like 70 people.
That's a police officer a person, basically. One
That's
person
still
for
like
smoke.
70 people.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Take out my gun and shoot somebody.
So the FBI agents that showed up, they showed up at 10 a.m. They contacted my mom, and you're like, so she texted me, she's like, FBI's here, answer your phone. So, because I was kind of scared at this point, but.
This report from the Nevada Department of Public Safety was released last year, and it features some very
Bro, if I was the one that started this, I would be bricking it.
Wow.
Because you'd be the first person to blame because you started the thing.
Yeah,
You
no,
started the
100%,
page, you
yeah.
started the post, you started the movement. So if anything goes wrong and they need a fall guy, you're gonna be the go-to.
Yeah, but that's where you got to remain composed and
interesting details.
go down with
For
the ship.
example, they caught a group of YouTubers trying to plant a tracker on the bus that goes to and from the base.
We're gonna pull an epic prank.
Highly illegal. And you may not be that surprised to hear that the military isn't actually that worried about people breaking into the base. Turns out they have automated weapons. Not automatic weapons.
Automated.
Automated. Whatever that is. No.
As in
instead,
motion
they
sensing.
feel there's potential that real terrorists will, do a thing or a thing. So, counterterrorism was given a budget to sweep for chemical.
Oh, I mean that does make sense to be fair. Like
what
people like there would be dangerous people who would use that as an opportunity to try and get in as well.
Oh yeah,
so
100%.
they have to look out for that too.
Potentially cause some harm.
Yeah.
Biological, radiological, and explosive material. Although, nothing was found. And there's just one last group getting involved as well. The corporate press.
The
disinformation agents in the mainstream media were getting involved. They immediately started warning people not to raid.
Use of lethal force authorized.
Spouting contempt for the stormers.
What started as a joke Facebook event quickly turned into a phenomenon reaching
Well, it
millions.
began as a joke, but
appears
now
the
it's
US
turned
Air
into
Force is
something
taking these
much more
threats seriously.
serious.
Astroturfing campaigns by late-night haha men number 1 through 7.
Much more likely they'll see them
late
tasers.
night haha man.
Laugh it all up. It's just a big joke.
People who say they're interested just keeps growing. Faster than their bullets. Let's see them aliens.
And they weren't afraid to give some of the biggest, brainest takes you've ever heard.
It's not clear the 1.1 million Facebook followers who said they are going to storm Area 51 are real and not Russian bots.
Okay, I don't think Russian bots would be a million people.
Yeah,
Make you take
that's
a
crazy.
Let the training begin.
At that point, you have to question if the bots don't have anything better to do.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, I think it's time for my workout.
And so the raiders began training.
We train for Area 51, so let's go. Sandwich.
They began pushing their bodies.
Go on, make it happen.
Pushing their will. Pushing their spirits. Pushing their mind.
I was just enjoying the meme while this is going on.
Yeah, no, literally same. That's all I was doing the whole time. I was just seeing a bunch of memes.
Who wants to call me to kick some alien butt? In September, join me. We out.
And that's what fitness will be like in the metaverse.
As we zero in on the day of the raid, the count is up to 2 million attendees, and that puts us on par with the world's largest standing army. So to coordinate all of these troops,
Fair
will
enough.
need a battle strategy.
Lay it on.
Do you know
For
what would be really
r/memes,
funny?
Intel was
it?
being filtered down.
If 2 million people actually ended up showing up, like how, as much as they put all these
Bro,
strategies
there's
in, they
no
couldn't
way
cope.
they could have handled 2 million
They
people.
can't. They literally could not handle 2 million
I
people.
don't even know if 2 million people would have been able to fit in that little ass city that they
No, they
mentioned.
wouldn't have been able to. But the thing is, if 2 million people showed up, you
Like the
can't
line
kill
would have
2
been
million
to the
people.
next county over.
They can't kill 2 million people.
They can't. Unless
That's
they're gonna freaking drop a bomb or something.
yeah, that is insane to kill 2 million of your own people.
That would be crazy.
That's insane, bro.
To the troops. Groups such as the Minecraft YouTubers, the Normans, the Weebs, Facebook moms, the Kyles, the Chads, the Crackheads,
That's forever one of my favorite dancing memes.
Florida Man, the Australians, the gay Reddit mods,
Okay, this thread is locked.
and the North Korean defectors. They all had their role to play. So, Godzilla comes in from the east while the Australians make a distraction that allows the minion cosplayers to breach from the south. Of course, these very serious strategies would have to be disguised as memes so that they could be spread across YouTube, Reddit, and TikTok without the threat of being. Although, not everyone was as tech savvy. Authorities managed to
Man said,
nab
"Oops,
one of the
sorry
main
about that,
cartographers,
Max."
and they pressured him into an interview on the television.
It took me a total of 5 minutes to put this image together. It was sort of like a battle strategy almost.
It was completely rooted in satire.
That was just completely rooted in satire.
And no one should raid. This is just completely a joke.
And completely just a joke.
Mission counting sheeple complete. You can take them out.
This is like they're feeding them what to say.
Okay, so remember how we're not raiding anymore and it's just a music festival? Wink, 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 wink. Well,
wink, wink, wink.
Bad news.
Okay, so it sounds like you maybe are looking at changing venues. Possibly.
Possibly.
It's all up in the air. We're putting Maddie on the spot here.
There's a lot of challenges. So,
but it's 2 weeks away, so it's kind of gotta like figure it out, I guess, somewhat soon, right?
Yeah, it's all kind of falling apart.
What?
See,
do you know what's
Matthew
weird
had
though?
organized alien stock with a
What?
few other
Like,
people.
they're clearly like the whole like government and everything. They just find by putting him on the news and stuff like that. They're clearly trying to find ways to push him away from his motive. Do you get what I mean? By
I
being
don't know
like,
if
oh
they're trying
yes,
to.
they definitely are.
I don't
Because
know if I think they're trying to. It's the thing that I think it was the thing that I was saying before. They're just trying to make sure he establishes himself as the guy, like the planet, the person
yeah,
who
yeah,
set this
so
all
they
up.
can
So when
take
they
him out
need a
quickly.
fall guy,
Yeah, they can
someone
take
to
him
like
out.
throw everything back on once it's all over, like he's the guy.
Yeah,
So
if they make
yeah.
it, they make him seem like he was organizing a terrorist
Like
group
he
or
was the one
something.
that was like organizing, like
Yeah,
a
yeah, like
group or something like that.
yeah. I get it,
That
but I
would
feel
have
like
been crazy.
he's getting scared. He's like, oh no,
Yeah,
it's
he's
just a
getting
party.
nervous, bro.
It's just a
He's like, bro,
party.
I
You're just
just
gonna
made a
party.
post. I didn't
Yeah,
think
like,
it was gonna be something like this.
I should do it just to see if it gets me popping.
Good luck with that.
I'm not even in America, so I can't even make my way to Area 51.
But his main business partner was Connie West.
I didn't plan it. It planned me.
What?
Matthew is the headliner. His name is attached to everything. And he's starting to get worried about a fire festival type situation in the desert.
Be a Firefest 2.0.
He wanted to make sure there's plenty of water, food, security, insurance, etc., etc. And here, deals and communications start to break down. Eventually, there's a lawsuit and it's kind of boring.
Things that they were supposed to pay for, I'm stuck paying for. Who cares?
We're going to skip it. But the TLDR is that they had a disagreement, and Connie said,
I don't have to prove to you what I spent. You didn't sign a fucking contract with me to begin with. So guess what? I don't need to prove to you a motherfucking thing.
Wait, what's happening?
Matthew then took
They're arguing.
$78,000 worth of sponsorship money and declared Alien Stock and Rachel cancelled. But then, at the same time, Bud Light walks in.
It's the Bud Night. We're saved.
They say, hey, why not do it here? In the Vegas. It has plenty of lighting, indoor plumbing, it has everything. Matthew said yes. And then using the website for Alien Stock, he told everyone to not go to Rachel and instead to go to Vegas. Welcome to Alien Stock Las Vegas, sponsored by Bud Light. And also Pornhub, but it's a long story. Connie was
What?
left to pick up the
I
pieces.
don't know
No,
what's
bro,
happening anymore.
no. Wait, hold up.
Discouraged
Pause it,
so
quick.
easily.
That is crazy, bro. They
I
just
have
he just
no
he
idea what's
started this
happening
whole
anymore.
like raid Area 51 thing, and now he just
And
turned it to
somehow
like
it
a
ends
brand
up with
deal.
sponsors and
Yeah,
stuff.
literally. And now it's just a normal party. And I'm like, bro, you know the reason why there were 2 million people following and going to go? It's because they thought you were raiding Area 51. Now you're
Area
no longer
51 now it's like
now
a
you're no longer
friggin'
raiding there. It's just
like a Vegas party now.
yeah, it's like, come on, bro. Now Bud Light's getting a little bit of because there's 2 million people. They're like, yeah, let's get our name out there. Like crazy,
She
bro.
decided to press on.
It's going to be a great party. No matter what, it's going to be a great party.
She had to take full control of the event in Rachel, dipping into her savings and even mortgaging her home.
I'm working out of my own pocket.
What?
I think this is a liability. I'm out.
So is it clear what's going on?
She's
it's
done.
worth doing a very fast recap because there's an event in Rachel
Oh, so
that's
this-
been declared cancelled, but also
So they're still raiding Area 51. They're just having Vegas be the meetup place.
I guess
Because it's still
Let's see.
close to Area 51.
Yeah, let's see. Hold on.
not cancelled. Also, I forgot to mention there's an event in Hiko that isn't cancelled, but it will be on the second day. There's also that third festival in Las Vegas, which has the former promoter of the first one, and they both share the same damn name. And none of this has anything to do with the actual raid on Area 51, which is here, which has several gated entrances, by the way, and none of them have been declared the official gathering point. Confused?
Yes.
Pretty much everyone was. It's a goddamn mess. People, rightfully, put the whole thing in the too hard basket, and instead of going to one in the middle of nowhere, just went to the one in Vegas. Let's fast forward to the weekend of the raid. For better or worse, Rachel is about to open its doors to the millennials.
Okay.
Hell yeah! Alien Star! Encore now has come to an abrupt halt. Don't let the aliens get you, Ken.
Do you believe in aliens?
No.
I don't. Run! Get out of here!
Oh, I want to hear about the alien liberal agenda. They could have some good talking points. We don't know. To protect my mind from interference.
We have a wanderer.
Don't let me leave, Merv!
It could be anything stuff.
Yo, that party looks quiet.
You walking with that shirt up over your head like that?
I know. And the first ones are supposed to be always, the best ones. Paranormal lawyer, PhD level field investigator.
Stuff in downtown Las Vegas. Did they change the name, or is it still alien stock?
I think I'm on my highest high I've ever been in my life.
Yeah,
You look high.
drugs.
What you get?
Taking a look kind of the area here. You've done a lot of work in a very short period of time.
The security's here, the medical's here, the food is here.
This
the
is
people
just the
are
type
here.
of thing that turns into a
And
convention.
Most importantly,
Yeah,
I'm
there's
here.
nobody there.
I'm present.
toilets are here.
Toilets are there.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Oh yeah, I just went through a breakup, guys.
Well, it wasn't
Okay.
quite the event that they had hoped for, but they did do a commendable job of acting retarded for the news.
This is the most fun I've ever had in my life.
You think of yourself as a hero?
I do.
Here for scientific reasons.
This is like the most millennial thing that's ever happened.
But don't let's forget.
Let's
Hiko,
see the rest.
or
Yeah, go
Hiko.
on.
No one knows how to pronounce it. This event was
Hiko,
being hosted
Hiko.
by George Harris of the Alien Research Center.
The owner of the center is Las Vegas businessman George Harris, creator of Alien Tequila.
If you want to have fun,
Okay.
if you want to have a great look, it's a great day.
Base camp was equipped with a vendor village of 10 food trucks, a gift shop, and 3-time Grammy Award winner Paul Oakenfold.
Who?
For some reason.
No idea.
people coming.
Well, right now things are kind of slow at the Hiko event here, so that's kind of a disappointment.
Now, Hiko Base Camp was expecting somewhere between 1,000 and 20,000 attendees. It's quite a range.
Right?
Maybe 50 people here clapping some alien cheeks.
Yeah, but no cheeks are clapped
where's
at
the
all.
cheeks?
None.
Where's
Zero
the
cheeks.
cheeks?
This is like
Sounds
the
like something you would
first
say.
of a big thing.
But it wasn't. In fact, it seems as though the
Police
majority
officers are
of the
like,
attendees
I thought
were
something was
the
supposed to
press.
happen. I'm just standing here doing
Wait,
nothing.
did you just hear him? Most of the attendees were the freaking news reporters.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
In fact, it seems as though the majority of the attendees were actually the press.
One lady believes that her parents is actually alien.
So after the first
What?
night, they decided to cut their losses and cancel
She
the
thought her
whole
parents were
The
aliens.
producers of the show, it's very, very, very expensive. And it just didn't make sense.
because Basically, all of the attendees were stolen by
Vegas.
We're gonna go after Rachel, and then we decided that we didn't want to get stuck in the desert. As much as I like Mad Max, I don't want to live it.
the Las Vegas Alien Stock, sponsored by Bud
It's like
Light, was a
smart man
smash
right
hit.
there.
They've got carnival rides, photo ops, video games, and even a pool.
Wow.
No running.
Who could have predicted this?
They
You make a post
actually
at 2
made a
a.m.
pretty
on a
good
page that has
event out
62
of
likes,
it.
and now you have thousands of people that are ready to come out to your show. It's absolutely amazing.
They made him change his whole plan.
Back at military HQ
Right.
in Anor Londo,
But it was still a
operations were
successful by
ramping
the
up.
look of it.
They're
Yeah,
adding more
he probably
guards,
made a lot of money.
upping the security, and enforcing a no-fly zone across the county. They were even infiltrating raider groups.
You could be standing next to an officer and not even know it. There's a big undercover presence here.
And they were giving stern warnings from the PR team. They posted this tweet. The last thing millennials will see if they attempt to raid Area 51 today.
What?
Sorry to disappoint you.
They're trying to appeal to the masses.
My trap card.
Millennials immediately seized upon the tweet, doing what they do best by pretending to be offended, successfully having the tweet taken down, and forcing a public apology.
I'm retarded.
All right, this video is getting very long. Let's hurry up to the main event. The raid.
The raid.
Hey, are you coming?
Yeah.
The following is an accurate recreation of
events. I can read better because I'm better than you.
I read more fluently.
No, you don't. You don't even understand
Of course I
English.
do.
You don't understand
I
English.
don't understand it to read it.
Yes, you do.
No, I know that's the power of English. After people who speak, you don't understand it. They will never come out. That's lit.
Get it going.
They can't kill us all.
But they can try.
What is this?
Like, what is happening?
They're fighting a war. It's Area 51 versus the public.
No, versus the millennials.
Millennials, I guess, yeah. And
With their
mines.
hoverboards and drones.
And the Naruto runs.
Literally.
They're approaching the castle set. Amaterasu. Area 51 shall not pain. Can he just make this a series? I would actually watch this.
What, this whole thing?
Yeah. Oh, was that alien team, does that say?
Alien tech.
Tech, okay.
I thought you could read.
No one is going by pretty quick.
Yeah, excuses, lad, excuses. Damn, everyone's dead.
All is lost. But then that one hero rises.
Yeah.
No, not the Naruto music. It's the
Yo, this took
Gen
so much effort,
Zs.
bro.
So much effort.
So much effort. I could not edit this.
There would be such a big undertaking.
This is months.
Monster Energy. Turned into an ad.
Literally. How did he do this?
Oh my god.
This scene has gone too long.
Facts. But I'm telling you, this is basically just a series now. It made an episode. This is the pilot episode.
Is this what Area 51 really looks like? Imagine
I
it.
doubt it.
I want to go. Would you want to go to Area 51?
It's so beautiful. If it had actual aliens in it, yeah.
No, but I just want to see what's there regardless. I want to
What the
really...
frick is that? What's that under the...
We are
Okay.
so grateful and horny.
What?
What?
And yes, we wish to be your big titty goth alien GFs.
Okay.
And you won't be a virgin Reddit browser anymore.
I wouldn't quite like that. It was pretty close to something like that. Although I guess you could say that only a small group showed up to the main gates themselves.
Well, the million people.
Of over 2 million people, in total only about 200 actually went. It's not about the quantity. It's
Oh,
the
not
quality
bad.
that counts.
Nice outfit.
I mean, they can definitely kill 200.
Yeah, they can kill 200.
People mostly
200 is
behave
quite a good
themselves.
turnout.
I mean, I think it's awesome. You guys are following the laws, following directions. So,
But they weren't about to leave without a consolation prize. Quick, get some of the Area 51 soil. Top secret rock. Top secret rock.
You can have it. It's from Area 51. Okay.
Also present at the raid were a few YouTubers.
So I came
Of
here
course
to
they
get
were.
myself an alien as a pet.
We're here to rescue the aliens. It's like Halloween, but we're just annoying people.
Where there's an event, there shall be YouTubers.
Playing games. You know, you watch anime. Yeah, so you got the rebellious youth, and then you got people trying to lure ET into a cage. with
Yeah, I don't think anyone
research
actually
stuff. That's a pretty
tried
good summary
to crush
of
them,
the
which is
crowd that we
nice.
have out here
I
this
don't think they
evening.
could.
But respect to the true heroes.
Unless they were actually 2
Security
million.
for keeping everyone. Just kidding. It's the guys who got underneath this fence.
Uh,
God bless them.
Okay.
Oh no! And this cameraman whose foot raided the base.
That's a foot I see.
And this random woman who decides to just
Walk
start
down.
Police right there. No one's stopping her.
Everyone's just
Oh my
like,
God. She's gonna make it. She's going.
I want to see how long she can walk for.
Oh.
She gets charged for trespassing and receives
Oh.
a $1,000 fine.
Okay.
But soon it was time to wrap up.
door
I like
is
how they just
over.
didn't
Because
try
everyone's
to
moms
stop
were
it.
there
They
to pick
just
them up.
watched
let her
it.
If
trespass.
we were late again, there would be.
They were like, no. Give us
No,
a
keep
couple
going,
seconds.
keep
We
going.
can make money out of this.
Yeah, the
Just
further
wait
she goes, the more she
wait a
gets.
while.
The more her fine is. Keep going, keep going.
Oh
Hey,
god.
good night, everyone. Yeah, I'm going to sleep now.
The end.
Psych, it's not over.
There's one
Oh.
more thing that I want to tell you about today.
Because storming Area 51 would go on to inspire a plethora of other events. The
Like
storming
what?
of Loch Ness. That thing can't hide from all of us.
We think we have seen it.
What did it look like?
It looks like a big stone. Over 27,000 said they were going. Actual number 6. Okay, fine. Storm the Bermuda Triangle, why not?
That's a
It can't drown
death
all of
wish.
us. And
You can't drown all of
millions
us.
actually went, but the evidence would be lost. So how would you know?
I am under the water. Please help me.
Or how about storm the Vatican? They can't molest us all. Twist on that one though. Someone cancelled the event.
Oh no!
But overall, everyone had a pretty good time. Isn't that what Area 51
alien
was
cheeks.
really built for?
Is this Area
Something
51?
like that, you know what I mean? I haven't quite.
Probably.
Heroes of Area 51. Anyways, I'm not gonna lie, this has been a very long video. So
It has actually been
Remember
a
when I said
fairly
we
long.
were going to do shorter videos and also more frequently? Looks like you fell for it. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. See you in the next one in 2 years. Or check out the Incognito mode channel. That has a lot
Yeah.
more upload. Goodbye.
Bye.
all right, guys, we're not even gonna do an outro at this point. We're just
No,
gonna
we
end
can
it.
do an outro.
Dude, it's been an hour. If you're still watching, I appreciate you. So
Almost
you're a real
an
one.
hour. Listen, this was an
You are a
entertaining video,
real one.
man.
If
They
you're
can
still
watch to
watching,
the
you
end.
are absolute legend. If you're still watching, I appreciate you so much. Thank you. But if you're no longer watching, I still appreciate you for at least checking in because this is a long
But
video.
tune in tomorrow. We're going to be watching another internet historian video. It's
Exactly,
going to be
another 2 hour
Tales
one.
of the Virus, I think.
No, we're doing that. We're telling them what we're watching the day before. Okay, cool, fair enough.
No, might as
Anyways,
well, so they can know what's in store for them.
all right then, peeps.
We shall see you all
No,
in the next one.
Look after your loved ones.
In a bit.
Peace.
I was about to press this stop recording button.